Alright, MrSotko here, and welcome back to another Company Heroes 2 replay cast, and today it is a 2 vs 2 on Road to Kharkov. And down south, we have our blue U.S. Forces player, Walther, our yellow Russian player, CaptainSPrice, and up top, we have our pink OKW player, C, and our red OKW, little boy, Lulu. Again, it is Road to Kharkov, a very small map. Victory points straight down the center of the map here. Our fuel points all the way down here and all the way up here. Very easy to get for their respective sides, and the munitions, as usual, in the center on either side of the... Excuse me, either side of the center there. Stern Pioneers now getting the territory point right in front of their base and moving out the Schwer Wehrmachtschlepper. Stern Pioneers going to the center victory point. And for our yellow Russian player, moving right out to his first territory point. And the blue U.S. Forces player already taken the territory point there and already moved on to the other territory point as well. So also note a sniper is coming out for the Russian player. Kuba wagon out for the OKW player. And it is set up to watch over this territory point, but it has already been taken, so really no need to watch over that territory point now. Stern Pioneers are battling out with these rear echelon troops, but the rear echelon troops do have a nice range advantage on those Stern Pioneers, but the Stern Pioneers have a slight cover advantage. Riflemen now coming up from around these Stern Pioneers and getting a good flank on them. Gets one kill in that squad, and another group of Stern Pioneers moving right at these rear echelon troops. They're going to have to move out of there and go ahead and get out. I thought they were going to retreat out of there, but nope. Yeah, nope, indeed, retreating out of there just now, juking me twice there, and Kuba wagon started firing, but it was not in suppression mode, and they were in retreat, so no suppression there. Two riflemen now moving forward here, and we have the sniper in the back as well. So far, one kill on that sniper. A Kuba wagon out and suppressing these riflemen here. Both Kuba wagons facing both ways here, covering both sides. A flank attack here. Really nice. Engineers trying to get around to this Kuba wagon here, and they're trying to make their way around so they cannot stop and suppress them, so they're just weaving around in circles here and trying to take it out. It's actually very low on health and may actually get this. Volksgrenadiers here trying to battle it out with these and kill these engineers before they get that Kuba wagon, but the engineers have destroyed the main weapon on that Kuba wagon, and it looks pretty screwed. Red OKW's Kuba wagon still alive and going strong. Looks like a quick shoe mine 42 already being set up in the road here. And Pino battalions against this Kuba wagon here, but they're getting suppressed. The sniper all the way in the back, a total of 4 kills so far. And these engineers actually got a star out of that, and I'm not sure if they actually got that Kuba wagon or not. Nope, looks like they didn't. It's all the way back at base and is being repaired here, and will soon be back on the battlefield. Scout car comes right up on this Kuba wagon here, and Scout car beeps the Kuba wagon. However, the Stern Pioneers' damage is destroying that Kuba wagon in a quick hurry, and it runs right over that shoe mine, so they take each other out at the same time by running over that mine there. Two rifleman squads moving forward and chasing away these Stern Pioneers. Top victory point is neutral. Bottom victory point belongs to the U.S. Forces. Center victory point also neutral as well. So far, the U.S. Forces and the Allies, rather, are technically winning the game with a one whole victory point there. Riflemen now taking the center victory point, and the Volksgrenadiers taking the northern victory point at the same time. So they will stop that point loss just a little bit by having that other victory point there. Riflemen and Volksgrenadiers battling out here, and they're point blank range. Riflemen losing out on that battle just a little bit and retreating away in time. Volksgrenadiers hiding in this building here, covering this area, and Stern Pioneers taking the bottom victory point at the same time. Kuba wagon trying to suppress these Pino battalions, but they're a little bit too far, and an ambulance has moved up, and it's very close to the enemy here, and healing up the Pino battalion and the riflemen there. Volksgrenadiers have moved over to the Allies' territory here and is now taking the territory point right in front of their base. Rear echelon troops trying to take this munitions point here, but not going to last too long against these Volksgrenadiers, and going to have to retreat out of there as soon as possible. Riflemen and Volksgrenadiers meeting in the middle of the road here, and now firing at each other point blank. See who wins out on that battle. Riflemen going to chase these Volksgrenadiers away, so a little bit more riflemen than Volksgrenadiers in this territory here, leaving both of those to retreat. Southern victory point taken by the Germans, northern victory point taken by the Germans as well. Pino Battalion and Engineers trying to force away these Storm Pioneers, stop them from taking this munitions point. However, the Kuba wagon is in the back there, so it will suppress any troops that get a little bit too close. Pino Battalions were trying to get a flank on there, but Kuba wagon turned around and they immediately got back, so that was pretty quick reaction time. And now pushing forward again. And all the troops had to back up a little bit. Volksgrenadiers already have a Panzerschreck, a pretty early Panzerschreck. And the sniper, so far 9 kills on that sniper with 1 veterancy pretty early. And the sniper looks like he's actually firing at the Kuba wagon, but not doing too much. Pino Battalion's trying to burn out these Volksgrenadiers here, and all they got to do is just sit right behind this stone wall with really great cover and just launch their flames right inside that house. Riflemen and rear Russian troops trying to force away these Storm Pioneers and successfully do that. Now going to be able to take that territory point for themselves. Pino Battalion a little bit suppressed here, battling out with these Volksgrenadiers, and they won't stop being suppressed as long as they're being shot at, so they're going to have to battle it out there, and maybe eventually, oh, no, they get up a little bit too low of firepower on them, so they do get up. Pino Battalion's here inside the building, and they have that flamethrower, and it's shooting very far range at these troops. And now Pino Battalion's trying to get the flank on these Kuba wagons and just cannot get these pesky Kuba wagons down. Volksgrenadiers standing back here at far range, battling out with these Pino Battalions. The Pino Battalion's very low on health and very low on manpower there, so they're going to have to get out of there very soon. Flak half-track is out for the OKW, and trying to battle it out with these riflemen here, and doing a good job of that. Got hit by a anti-tank grenade by that rifleman there, and took him out. So sort of a big loss for the U.S. forces there to lose that troop already. Captain is now on the field with its 2 bazookas and may be able to get this flak half-track, see if they're going to be able to push up and do it in time. Indeed, get those 2 bazooka shots on it and destroys that half-track. So an eye for an eye there, rifleman squad for that half-track, a pretty good deal. Combat engineers and the sniper here are going to try and defend this area, and those snipers get hit by a direct bazooka there and destroy their cover from out from under them. Sniper so far has a total of 17 kills, so that sniper is just really racking them up. Every time I go to that sniper has even more kills than before. Volksgrenadier is taking the northern point here. OKW has all 3 victory points right now, so the U.S. allies rather in general, are going down by 3. Per tick there, Jaeger light infantry being bombed out by this pack howitzer, and pack howitzer is so good, such long range. Let's see if it gets a good shot here, and gonna land almost, but not quite. And riflemen healing up and reinforcing at this 3/4 ton ambulance. And so far, the OKW really just having a commanding presence on the map and just forcing away the allies all the way back here, and own the majority of the map now, salvaging this Kuba wagon wreck. Sniper scouting out and sniping out some of those Jaeger light infantry there, only down to 2 in that squad. M5 Stuart is moving across the map and going to meet with these riflemen up here and give them a little bit of support. Going to roll up on these OKW, and no OKW over here has a Panzerschreck, so none of these Volksgrenadiers have any way to really stop this. So this M5 Stuart's going to get away with just running towards these units here and trying to get at this MG34, so it prevents these troops from being suppressed here. Going to force that away and be able to take that territory. Pino Battalion's burning down this house for some reason there and set it on fire, and now it's going to burn to the ground. Volksgrenadiers throwing a grenade at these Pino Battalions here, and they eat it a little bit there, but not too bad. Not too much damage occurred. And Volksgrenadiers have to get out of there. A little bit too much firepower on them. Pack howitzer still firing away there. And up top, looks like the allies here have taken the northern sector. Munitions point, victory point, and the fuel point all being taken by the U.S. forces. And M5 Stuart was getting some shots in on that Schwere Wehrmacht Schlepper, but the Panzerschreck forces it away. Down here, the Russians forcing away the OKW as well. And 2 Pino Battalions with flamethrowers forcing away these Storm Pioneers. They're going to have to retreat out of there. But now 2 Volksgrenadiers and the Jaeger light infantry going to battle it out with these Russians that are pouring up here. Could use that barrage ability, but doesn't have enough munitions to use that. And these troops here got inside this building. Probably a mistake, as both of these Pino Battalions have flamethrowers and will be able to force them out of there in a pretty quick hurry. And so OKW still owning 2 of the victory points here, and M5 Stuart Getting hit by some Panzerschrecks, now needs to get out of there, and the captain trying to defend them. Here comes a Puma armored car, probably going to take care of this M5 Stuart. Puma actually got stunned there and is now in trouble at half health. Loses that Puma right off the bat. Very big loss for the OKW there to bring that out and lose it so quickly. Sniper still alive here. 22 kills and 2-star veterancy on that sniper. While all these Penal battalions and engineers take all the damage, that sniper is just having a good time, just racking up the kills. Now 23 kills. And ZIS here, ready to take out any armor, but no armor really on the map. Kuba Wagon is still on the map, but it's all the way back on the base, not really being used. Schwerer Panzer headquarters is set up just behind this victory point here, and very good range there. Only a small sliver of room to be able to take that, and I don't even think you could really get any troops in there, maybe. Guard rifle are out here, and right up in front of these troops. They're going to have to get out of there in a quick hurry. They're down to 2 with a small sliver of health. Could actually lose those guards, but going to get out of there just fine. M5 has been repaired back up and moving up the pack howitzer with these rear echelon troops and all this territory here belonging to the U.S. forces, but still 2 victory points in the OKW hands. And Sniper trying to get out of there, actually pretty low on health there, but looks like these troops will not get that Sniper. Getting caught up on that ZIS just a little bit there. And now OKW owning the territory once again and pushing out. Going to take the fuel point and the territory point back from the Russians. And so they will have a resource advantage. Once again, Kuba Wagon now moving out and going to stop any troops moving in this area here. Pack howitzer is quite far up now and firing at all these troops here. Losing that M5 Stuart. And Rifleman right in front of all the action here, taking pretty big damage, but now a 2-star veteran Rifleman. And we'll have to retreat out of there very quickly here, down to 2 in that squad. Volksgrenadiers trying to steal this fuel point from the Russians, but not going to happen. They are going to force them away, throw some grenades there, but jukes it properly. And doesn't really take any damage there. Jaeger Light Infantry now forward here, but a little bit too much damage, and they get out of there as there is a flank coming as well. Sniper trying to get an additional kill as they run away, and does just that. Get 27 total kills for that Sniper now. Rear echelon troops somehow in this group and not being fired at here. They're going right for that pack howitzer, and they're going to try and decrew that, and that is theirs now. They should be able to pick that up, and indeed steals that from the U.S. forces there. Love the pack howitzer. I would steal that as well. Penal battalions down here, and there's some Volksgrenadiers defending this area, but not much else. The Schwerer Panzer headquarters prevents the troops from getting this victory point, and here comes an Ostwind now. Going to be a rude awakening for the Russians here, but they do have that ZIS, but he'll probably be able to outmaneuver that ZIS should he have the juking skills to do that. ZIS gets a good hit on that Ostwind and is going to force it back there for fear of taking another hit. And actually blasts right through that hay pile there and hits that Ostwind behind it. A pretty good shot there. And hits it a third time. Now down to just a small sliver of health. Going to have to go back and repair that up. So that will be off the field for a little while there. Now the top OKW. Looks like they're taking back some of the top here, but not taking this fuel point. Should send some troops up. The captain is a little too far forward. They have to deal with that captain first before they can take that. Rifleman in the center trying to take this victory point here. And that will leave them with 2. Should he be able to take that? And start to turn the game around a little bit as it's 481 to 300. Still, Penal Battalion still alive here. 3-star and a 2-star Penal Battalion forcing away all these troops with the flamethrower. Schwerer Panzer headquarters firing at these engineers here, and they're in big trouble there, getting suppressed very quickly. Penal Battalions are going to try and get around that, using URA on that, on those Penal Battalions. And right up in all these troops' faces here, throws a satchel charge there, throws a second satchel charge. Usually takes 3 satchel charges to destroy one of these, but it is actually already injured, so it goes down. At full health, it typically takes 3 satchel charges to destroy one of these. But since it was already damaged, 2 did the trick. And that's actually a big loss for the OKW player. He's going to have to wait for a new Schwerer Wehrmacht Schlepper, which he already has one out. And he's going to have to spend the money to remake that, should he want to do that. Ostwind moving up. And with these Volksgrenadiers and Jaeger Light Infantry forcing away the Russians once again, they're going to start taking back that territory. OKW starting to take back the territory on the northern side. Losing my voice just a little bit there. Casted another game previously. ZIS now trying to move back from this Ostwind. He probably will decrew this ZIS. Indeed, does just that. And should be able to take that back. Should use these Volksgrenadiers to pick that up and use it against the Russians. Why not? Looks like the Russians are actually making an ML-20 152mm gun howitzer here. And here he goes. He's already launching, and we'll see what he's going to hit. And looks like it's going for the Schwerer Panzer headquarters. I should have guessed. And so we'll see what he can do with this ML20 throughout the game, and hopefully he does not lose that, but a pretty hard position to lose that from. It's behind this tree line here, and pretty well hidden. Meanwhile, the OKW taking almost all of the map here, all 3 victory points for the OKW, and very little left over for the Allies here, and we'll see what they can do about that, see if they can push back out and start taking the territory back. Sniper now with 35 kills, a 3-star veteran sniper. Very high rate of fire on that sniper, and just racking up them kills. Captain and the Russians moving to the bottom here, and the looks like the U.S. forces also moving to the bottom here. So a big blob of troops, a big line of troops all moving to the bottom here, going to force away these Volksgrenadiers in a quick hurry. They don't want any of that noise, as there's just way too much for them to handle. Captain now moving forward. They're going to try and get a couple bazooka shots on this Ostwind. And they lost that ZIS, so no longer going to be able to use that ZIS on this Ostwind until they make another one here. And gets one shot off, and the second shot actually misses. So just a small sliver of damage on that Ostwind here. But there was some guard squads out here, and they're using that PTRS against that Ostwind, actually doing pretty good damage on it. Surprising damage on that Ostwind. Sniper still getting more kills here. 38 kills on that sniper. 3 Volksgrenadiers, throws grenades here, but jukes that grenade and doesn't take any damage now, retreating all of those back. Now Russians moving back out to the munitions point here, and the Ostwind actually taking quite a bit of damage from these guard rifles, now down to less than half health here, so in trouble, and guard squads just in chase right now. And looks like he didn't actually take that down with the ML20, at least not yet. Looks like it is firing once again and trying to get that, destroy that Schwerer Panzer headquarters. And a shot totally missed there and hit that house and destroyed it. So a pretty good game so far. Lots of unusual play here with this high-level sniper and the ML20, something you don't see too often. Engineers taking the southern victory point here. And the U.S. forces all the way down here in the center, reinforcing and healing from that. Now the Pinot Battalion's moving forward and using URA, and now dropping a couple satchel charges here. Going to risk taking a whole bunch of damage to drop a satchel charge, but it doesn't look like he actually got one off there, and had to retreat before he was able to throw it, as he was going to lose those Pinot Battalions. Engineer trying to take this southern victory point here, but wasn't just on the edge of that. You got to be just on the edge of that to not be able to be hit by that Schwerer Panzer headquarters. Riflemen battling out and trying to defend this area from these Volksgrenadiers here and trying to hold them off for a little bit. And here comes the cavalry, more riflemen, and the captain now moving up. However, these riflemen were forced to retreat. Also, some rear echelon troops going to be left behind and take this center victory point there. Now salvaging that wreck there, that CIS. And Captain had to run away. Got a couple shots on that Ostwind, but didn't do too much damage. Neutralized the victory point at the very least, but going to be taken right back by the OKW. Score so far, 461 to 174. So the Allies in a little bit of trouble here, losing very quickly. And that ML20 still trying to take down this Schwerer Panzer headquarters, but here comes some Sturm Pioneers to repair that up. We'll see if they can do that in time. But a direct hit on that Schwerer Panzer headquarters loses that. Now the southern victory point is vulnerable to the Allies. Riflemen going to defend the ambulance here from these Volksgrenadiers, but looks like they're going to destroy it. So he loses that ambulance. Sort of a big loss for the U.S. forces there. No longer going to be able to heal and reinforce from that. Going to have to buy another one, 250 manpower to replace that. Riflemen firing from point-blank range here with that BAR, so big damage on those Volksgrenadiers, forcing them to run away. 2 Pinot Battalions and 2 engineers, all with flamethrowers. So it's the flamethrower crew here moving forward with their sniper in the back, the trusty old 45-kill sniper. And we'll see what his next ML20 target is, as I doubt a new Schwerer Panzer headquarters will be built there, as he knows he will lose that. And the ML20 has such far range that it's pretty much stretches across the entire map there. Can't really see the end of it. There it is. So he can basically hit his enemy's base with it. Maybe a hop, skip, and a jump from it. Oversold that and battling out with these engineers here. And a little bit too far for those engineers, as they all have flamethrowers. Need to get a little bit too close to battle it out with that. Oversold that. And now the Ostwind moving forward and sending that flak at the troops, forcing them to run away. Su-76 now on the field and gets a good shot on that Ostwind there and gets a second shot. Very low health now. Looks like the anti-tank gun here. The 57 actually got the first shot, and the Su-76 got the second shot, barely surviving that assault. Penal Battalions did successfully take the victory point here. Now a barrage coming out from that Su-76, but misses its target and retreats in time, those Penal Battalions there. And now 2 flamethrowers still remain up here. 2 flamethrowers at once on this Volksgrenadier squad, losing health very quickly and trying to get their Panzerschrecks in range of that Su-76, but failed to do so. Center and top victory points still belong to the OKW, so the U.S. allies here, or allies in general, I always want to call it U.S. allies, 124 to 461. So losing pretty quick here. Jaeger light infantry and riflemen here battling out. The Su-76 in a little bit of trouble there. Looks like it did take a Panzerschreck hit and got to back up. Riflemen gonna stall these Volksgrenadiers from getting to that Su-76. Now the infrared searchlight is right up front there in a pretty vulnerable spot. These riflemen do spot that incoming Stuka barrage. We'll see where that lands. Looks like it's gonna land right across here and try and take out that 57, but fails to do so. Infrared searchlight being hit by this 57 here, takes 2 shots and is destroyed. So put it way too far up there. Maybe was a misclick on his part. Volksgrenadiers now trying to force away some of these Russians so they can take this victory point back safely. And the engineers are a little bit too far away, using that flamethrower, but not doing too much damage to that Volksgrenadier there. And a grenade lands directly on these guard rifle, and they eat it, but only take one loss from that, and an additional loss from the firepower. And so half health on those guards. So we're going to start losing those guards pretty quickly. Rear echelon troops moving right up on these Volksgrenadiers here, trying to defend this victory point from these Volksgrenadiers. And they are 2 stars, so they have 5 in that squad. Captain now moving forward here and trying to find a target. But hard to get around this building here. Still the top, completely untaken by the U.S. forces. Not really sure why they're not taking it, but I'm sure they have a good plan ahead of them. Riflemen moving forward now, replacing the rear echelon spot, and more riflemen, but these are suppressed, and a huge group of OKW are moving along. And so we'll see if these riflemen can handle that. And moving forward right at these troops here, not a recommended practice, lost several troops, and 1 troop left in that squad. Very low health, getting stalled by that Su-76 there. Could have been a disaster if these troops were any closer there. Riflemen moving forward, a 3-star rifleman. And lots of flamethrowers again moving up for the Russian player here, forcing away all these troops. Just way too much damage with the 3 flamethrowers in that squad and that group there. Engineers trying to take the northern victory point here, but the MG-34 is preventing that as they got pinned. But it looks like a precision bombing strike destroyed that MG-34. However, it's still pinned. These engineers are going to have to run away and will fail in taking the northern victory point. However, these riflemen are going to be taking this southern victory point. Doesn't look like anything's going to be stopping them anytime soon. And we have some rear echelon troops moving to the center here to try and contest the center victory point. There is another Schwerer Panzer headquarters up top here, but it's not really in range of this victory point, so it's really not too much of a danger to the U.S. forces here. And just as I said that, he gets in range of that Schwerer Panzer headquarters. It looks like the Schwerer Panzer headquarters, a range stops here, but it still hit them there. A little bit strange. The Volksgrenadiers hiding behind this good cover here, but not going to last too long with these 2 flamethrowers piercing that cover. Sherman EZ-8 now forcing away some of the Germans here, and gets a good shot on those Volksgrenadiers. A free Panzerschreck laying on the ground, and gonna try and take that. Let's see if these penal battalions actually run up and steal that. I'd like to see that and run away immediately. That might be exactly what they're doing. Indeed, takes that Panzerschreck. In your face, OKW, and he's gonna run away. Throws a satchel charge before he runs, and the MG-34 gonna lose that. Not gonna be able to get up in time. Destroyed with that satchel charge. Sherman EZ-8 gotta back up a little bit here. Rakettenwerfer and the Panzerschreck gonna do some pretty good damage to it. About half health on that, and he'll have to back up and repair that up. 2 victory points now for the Allies here. So gonna turn the game around. 51 points. They sure need to at this point. 452 to 51 points. So in trouble here. If they lose any more of these victory points, it could be disaster, as they're not going to be able to last long, even if just one of these are taken by the OKW. Su-76 moving up here, And we'll see what it decides to barrage. Should be barraging anyway. ML20, a 3-star ML20 at 19 kills. I haven't really seen it being fired all that much, as most of the time it looks like it's actually firing up here at the Schwerer Panzer headquarters. Captain forcing away these Stern Pioneers, but there's some Jaeger Light Infantry throwing some grenades on this Captain. Gotta watch out, they're gonna eat some of them, but didn't do too much there. Wasn't a really direct grenade. And I'm actually surprised as these two bazooka men, or these two on this end, actually kind of ate some of that grenade, but didn't die. Sherman EZ8 moving all the way forward here, gonna get hit in the side armor by this Rakettenwerfer, but no, moves out just in time here. And trying to move that Raketen, he's just juking it back and forth there. That's pretty funny. And taking some hits here, and down to about half health. Will probably get it out of there now. Captain moving forward, and I'm going to try and take out that Rakettenwerfer there. And indeed, that artillery is falling down and takes a direct hit there. And looks like I caught that just at the right time there. And with that ML20, took out a second Schwerer Panzer headquarters. So another big loss for the OKW, a big defensive loss for them. Volksgrenadier trying to chase away these riflemen here, and they're in a bad spot here, getting shot from both sides here in the Obersoldaten. And looks like these riflemen are successfully taking out these Obersoldaten with that BAR there. And rear echelon troops moving at these Stern Pioneers, but there's too much coming in here. And here comes a Stuka barrage by the sound of it. And it's hitting over here, and it hits this guard squad, but actually doesn't do too much damage. And it would have been better off using it down here. Probably would have hit more troops. The guard squad looks like they took maybe one loss in that squad there. Stuka, only 2 kills on that Stuka, so not doing too good with the Stuka barrage. So far, the ML20, 20 kills. And the sniper, haven't checked on him in a while, 53 total kills for that sniper. And Peto Battalion's trying to get away from that MG34, got suppressed there, and was unable to take that territory. So still 2 victory points for the U.S. forces. They lost the center victory point, but took the top victory point instead. Now we're probably going to lose this top victory point as well, as there's really nothing around to contest them. But going to take the center victory point at the same time. Sniper, and forcing away that MG. And 55 kills on that sniper, and moving them into that victory point to take that. Engineers trying to defend this southern victory point at all costs here, as if they lose that, they don't have many points to lose, so it will be a bad situation for them. However, there are some troops here, and Captain, with that special ability, that 2-star ability, is moving very quickly there, and going to force away these Volksgrenadiers pretty quick. Probably just going to neutralize this, and not going to be able to really take it. As soon as a troop gets in here, going to neutralize it out, and no longer going to be taken by the OKW. A King Tiger is out on the field here, and it's moving towards these troops here with its very imposing presence, and we'll see if the U.S. forces and Russians can deal with that. Captain moving right into this territory point here, and the Stern Pioneers in Obersoldaten going to chase him away right off the bat there. Rear echelon troops running as quickly as possible from that Tiger B there, and took a shot. Looks like they lost 3 in that one shot there, and didn't lose any there. These riflemen here are in big trouble, as the Tiger is going to get a good shot on these as well. See how many loses 4 in one shot there. A big loss. SU-76 and the Sherman 8 are in the center here, trying to take that back, and the southern victory point still belonging to the Americans and Russians. Even though the Tiger B is in the area, there's really no troops here. Rakettenwerfer is going to try and take that now. A free Browning BAR is out on the floor there. Should be taken by the Germans as soon as possible, as why not? It's a free BAR. Sherman EZ8 trying to chase away the Germans from this sector here, and now guard squads are taking the victory point and munitions point here, and gets hit by a Panzerschreck there, but only does a small sliver of damage. And we'll see what these guard squads can do to it with their PTRS. Just going to plank off of it, and it would take a good few minutes of them just planking at that for them to actually destroy that. Actually doing a little bit of damage. Another sliver gone from that Tiger B there, from those PTRS. 57 is moved up here, and the Captain trying to force away the OKW from the southern victory point here, and the center victory point being taken by Stern Pioneers. So they're going to lose even more points here, 49 to 387. And Peto Battalion's desperately trying to get out of there. The turret is slowly turning at them, and going to fire soon enough here. Now turning at the guard squads, takes out 2 of them on their way home. Sherman now moving forward. and see what it can do here, and if it can force away some of the OKW to take back this territory. Indeed did just that with the riflemen here, forced away the Raketenwerfer, now taking the southern victory point there. Fallschirmjäger now taking the top victory point. So both sides just going back and forth, and the OKW desperately trying to take these points back from the Americans, because they know that as soon as they can hold onto these 2 victory points, they will win the game, as 42 points will not last long for the U.S. forces should they lose too many victory points here. And now both 2 victory points for the OKW very soon here. Sherman taking shots from the Panzerschreck there, and needs to back out soon enough. Here comes the Tiger B, forcing away some of these troops. Going to shoot right at these riflemen here. They're about to take a big hit. Only lose 1 there, so pretty lucky. Su-76 gets a hit on that Tiger, but doesn't look like it did too much damage. Took a side hit there, did a small sliver of damage, and rifleman in big trouble there, only down to 1, and may lose it, and loses that rifleman squad there, and another BAR on the ground. Sniper with 63 kills. The letter is so small, I can barely read it there. And Sniper in a little bit of trouble here. The Fallschirmjäger's right up in their face, but actually didn't even aim at him, and loses that captain squad to a grenade there. Sherman up front and taking out troops there. Took out a squad. Tiger B all the way up here, and is not repaired, as it half health. Should repair that, as something could eventually destroy that. Su-76 moving up, going to get a free hit on that Tiger B there. Even less health, and just going to back it off now. Su-85 is moving forward and going to try and get a big hit on that Tiger, but it's already a bit too far away. Not going to be able to get up there. Takes a hit from the Raketenwerfer. Now Russians all the way at the top here with a couple guard squads and the 2 penal squads with the flamethrowers. Still 3-star veterans. And looks like the ML-20 is firing up here, and just missed the Tiger there by the looks of it. Looks like it got something there. Maybe some units didn't see the kill there. And I'd like to see a stray shot maybe hit that Tiger. That would be pretty interesting. And Ostwind is now on the map for the OKW. And it's going to be moving out and aiming for some infantry there and try and take them out. Southern victory point taken, and the center victory point will be taken by the Russians here soon enough. So all 3 victory points may be in the hands of the Allies. And Tiger B is now fully repaired, so no need to worry about that. A second Tiger B out on the map, but it looks like a precision bombing strike is incoming here, or rather just a recon overflight. Not a big deal there. And 2 Tigers now moving forward, and we'll see how the Allies deal with 2 Tigers. 1 is hard enough to deal with, but 2 Tiger Bs moving up on the Sherman, and he's got to back out of there. Just a regular old Sherman, not going to be able to handle that Tiger on his own. And moving out these riflemen in a quick hurry as well, and almost lost those riflemen to that shot there. Su-85 now moving in on these Tigers here, going to try and get a shot, but there's some troops in the way with a Panzerschreck. Can't really move forward with that Panzerschreck in the way there. Su-76 is on the right side of the woods there. And Sherman trying to battle it out with that Tiger, but not really going to be able to withstand it. No match for the Tiger B, and just going to have to keep backing him up and luring him backwards. 57 right here. It could get a good shot on it, but may lose these troops here. May decrew this in a quick hurry. The Fallschirmjägers decrew it. Now the Sherman moving back, a small sliver of health, just 1/4 health on that Tiger. Uses that combat blitz and moves forward. Takes out that Sherman. So big loss for the U.S. forces there to lose a Sherman. Jackson tank destroyer out on the map and moving forward. And going right after that Tiger by the looks of it. And going to try and get some damage in on it. Here comes the Su-85 here. Su-85 fires, but deflects off the armor. Jackson going to fire from as long range as possible so it doesn't take a hit. And Su-85 is moving in as well. However, there's a Panzerschreck with these Volksgrenadiers moving in on that Su-85, so he's going to have to back out of there. He has that focused sight, so he's a little bit slower. Jackson too close to that Tiger, takes a hit already at about half health from 1 hit there, and got to back that Jackson out of there. Su-76 is all the way forward here, was trying to get on that Ostwind there, and the Tiger B was taking big damage. I did not see that Tiger B take all that damage, so I don't know what caused it. Perhaps it got hit by the ML-20, as there's a lot of firepower here that looks like the ML-20 caused. And the barrage is ready for the ML-20, so we'll see what he barrages next. 2 guard rifles and that sniper moving in. Now 71 kills on that sniper. Tiger B moving forward. And guards eat a little bit of grenades there, but not too much damage. But they eat that Tiger shot, that's for sure, and took a lot of those troops out. Su-76 still up here and just waiting for some armor to cross its path. Guard squads, or penal battalions rather, all the way up top here with flamethrowers. And they throw one grenade there, and they're gonna eat it and lose one troop there. Not too big of a deal. And the ML-20 once again is firing here. And he's trying to hit some of these buildings back here and take these mechanized regiment headquarters, which would be a good thing. And lands directly on that Tiger there, and takes out a bunch of troops, and does a little bit of damage to the Tiger as well. Jackson firing at this Tiger B and doing some pretty good damage, doing work on it, as the Jackson is pretty far ranged. And more shots incoming at these regiment headquarters. I think that was just a stray shot that hit that Tiger B there. Sort of an unlucky artillery shot. And shots coming all around this area. We'll take those out eventually if they are not repaired. And two Tiger Bs. Both of them a little bit injured, but still just an imposing presence as the Tiger B. Just such a good tank. 57 going to get a shot in the frontal armor of this tank here. See if it does any damage. Looks like it just pinged off. Jackson got a shot on it as well. About half health for that Tiger. Tiger B hits this 57 here and decrews it. Su-85 hits that with an Su-76 also firing on it. So both SUs firing at this Tiger B. Tiger B's in a little bit of trouble. Half health. Got to back out of there. Both Tigers about half health. And guard squads moving in as well, trying to use their PTRS. Two guard squads in the penal battalion moving forward here, taking the victory point back from the Germans here. Bottom victory point belonging to the Germans as well. Both grenadiers firing on this rear echelon troop. Going to lose that rear echelon troop. Maybe that was a purposeful loss of the rear echelon troop. Not really sure there. SU team here moving forward and getting some shots in on this Tiger B. But however, there's a Panzerschreck with these Bolt grenadiers moving forward, and they're going to have to back out of there now. Sniper moving forward here. 77 total kills on that sniper. Rakettenwerfer in trouble here. Going to decrew that in a quick hurry. Could actually decrew that and take that in the battle against the Tigers. Guard rifle right in front of these Volt Grenadiers here. More Volt Grenadiers coming in, an Ostwind. So soon going to force away these guards here. And see if these guards can do any damage to that Ostwind with their PTRS. These guards here firing on it and did a small sliver of damage. SU team firing on it as well, forcing it back. Tiger B being repaired over here. Other Tiger B over here. And it looks like the ML-20 firing down a miss there. It looks like it's still firing at this mechanized regiment headquarters. And still missing that area there. Perhaps the Tiger was there at one point and he was firing on it. Not really sure. Su-85 looks like he may lose this, but the Tiger B is such a slow fire rate that he should be able to get out of there in time. But not really going to be backing up here. He's going to lose this Su-85 more than likely. And Tiger moving forward, but the Tiger's very low on health. And the PTRS are just working. And they actually look like they buttoned the tank, and now it is extremely slow. So the Tiger's in a lot of trouble here. And it's actually got a quarter health. And I would laugh if the PTRS actually take out this Tiger. And it looks like an airdrop is coming in. And takes out the Tiger with that precision bombing strike. So loses that Tiger B to pretty much guard squads, which lowered its health enough for that precision strike to take it out. Pretty interesting there. Tiger B now moving forward here. Center being taken back by the OKW. All three victory points going to be owned by the OKW. Allies going to be in trouble very soon here. Major needs to move forward and take this on his own with the victory point here. Oh, there's some Sturm Pioneers here to stop him. Tiger B and the Ostwind now moving forward here. Top taken by the OKW as well. So Allies in a little bit of trouble here. Need to move out as fast as possible, or they will lose the game here in a quick hurry. It looks like they are taking back this bottom victory point, and the Major taking it all by himself there. Jackson and the Sherman right in front of the Tiger here, but the Sherman a little bit preoccupied. Jackson takes a big hit from that Tiger there and has to back out now. And Sherman also about half health. Both tanks about half health. Gonna have to watch out for that. Loses the Sherman. Big loss for the U.S. forces there. Can't really afford to lose any more. Jackson now gone here. So Tiger is the dominating force on the battlefield now. Su-85 on the battle, but facing that Ostwind there, trying to take that out. Tiger in a little bit of trouble here. The engine has been damaged by the looks of it, of a anti-tank rifle grenade there from the U.S. forces. Indeed. And so with its engine destroyed, could actually use that ML-20 and perhaps hit it with a little bit of luck. See if that ML-20, total of 68 kills on that ML-20. So huge kills on it, and its barrage is up in about 10 seconds. And we'll see what that hero sniper is. Total of 87 kills on that sniper, and it's currently shooting at these Jaeger light infantry here. So racking up even more kills. Pino Battalion's got to get out of there very soon here. Recon going overhead and sees that Tiger B moving backwards here. See if the ML-20 fires on it or not. Indeed, not yet. Not really aiming at a target just yet. Sniper still alive, only one in a squad, though living on the edge there. 90 total kills for that sniper. Officially the most kills I've ever seen on a sniper. I think the last, I think I've seen 80 or maybe 79 kills or something like that in one of my earlier casts. Center victory point taken by the OKW, and northern victory point will be taken by the OKW soon, unless some more troops come up here to defend this area. 2 points left for the Allies, 275 for the OKW, so they absolutely cannot lose another victory point under any circumstances, or they will lose the game in just a quick hurry. Probably only one tick, a tick of 2 points will lose the game for them. So they have to do everything they can. Both sides, the Russians have to just hold this, and the U.S. forces are holding the bottom. That's basically what they need to do for a while now. ML-20 still hasn't barraged again, and Tiger B now moving out once more. Rakettenwerfer has been taken from the OKW, and there is a 57 right here. So some anti-tank is available against this Tiger here. Missile hits that Tiger, doesn't do too much damage. 57 turning around. And gonna try and fire on this Tiger before they die. And nope, not gonna have enough time to fire it again. Rakettenwerfer hitting it and doing a little bit of damage to it, but now the Tiger aiming at the Rakettenwerfer and gonna have to get out of there. Doesn't want to take any more damage from that Rakettenwerfer. 2 Su-85 on the right side now, and they did take that and hold that victory point there. Center victory point still belonging to the OKW. They need to force away these U.S. forces down here and take that center victory point, and they will win pretty much instantly. Tiger B at just above half health there, takes an anti-tank rifle grenade there, damages the engine. Some troops need to be brought up to the victory point as soon as possible. Stern Pioneers gonna try and repair up that Tiger B there, but gotta watch out as he's right in the middle of the map. And it looks like the ML-20 is firing here, and it looks like he's gonna be firing right on this. But a shot goes way overhead and misses, and he should know that this Tiger B is in trouble here as the ML-20 is firing directly on it. 57 has been brought up and is just out of range of that Tiger there. And ML-20 trying to hit it, but just being a little bit inaccurate here. Looks like Recon is going overhead now. And did spot that Tiger B once more. And now Tiger B moving out once again here, and gonna get a shot in on this 57 here, but the 57 is gonna get a shot himself, but doesn't do anything, just kind of pings off. And they're gonna try and reload as soon as possible and fire again, but not gonna be able to do it. And actually a decent hit there, took a little sliver of health. 2 Su-85 still over here defending this victory point here. Victory point being taken by the OKW. Looks like they may lose right here and now. Engineer needs to destroy these Fallschirmjäger and needs to survive this and actually take this back. Neutralized it, which will have let them survive with this victory point taken. Now each side has one, so this center victory point must be held. This is one of the closest games I've ever seen, down to 1 point now. Riflemen against this Tiger here, and looks like they used their anti-tank rifle grenade and damage the engine once again on it. Now gonna reman this 57 here and try and take out that Tiger, but really not gonna be able to do it. Uses that armor-piercing rounds there but not enough. Loses to 57 once again. And now the U.S. forces have taken the center over once again now. So two victory points for the U.S. forces and taking down the points of the OKW once more. And 2 Su-85 going to hit the center armor there, the side armor rather, of the Tiger B. Multiple shots coming in, and the Su-85, can it survive this Su-85 barrage? Su-85's very, very low on health, going to lose these Su-85s at any minute there. Loses that Tiger B. Big loss for the OKW there. That was their last hope that was on the map. 1 point for the Allies. Losing any territory for any period of time will lose the game for them. So they must hold territory now. They don't have another point to spare. And this sniper still alive. I think I saw 94 kills. It went away just before I could see how many kills it has. And ML20 about ready to fire in about 24 seconds here. So we'll see what his next target is. Salvaging this broken Raketenwerfer there. Getting a little bit of extra fuel. Jaeger light infantry coming out of the buildings. And looks like he's going to head to this victory point and try and take that from the U.S. forces. That's all they really need to do. And all the forces are all back at the base. Need to start spreading them out as quickly as possible as their Jaeger light infantry are going for that victory point. It's going to be very bad for the Allies should they get that. In the sense of losing the game bad. Riflemen now moving forward here, and the Jaeger light infantry is taking that. They need to get on that as soon as possible. And Pino Battalion's ooh-rawing, and they're going to try and get in that as soon as possible. And let's see if they can do it 1-in-1 now. Each side has one, and they need to get in this territory and stand in there to prevent this from being taken by the OKW. And just makes it one of the closest game I've ever seen. He made that in there just in time. Outrageous. And they take that back from the OKW. Riflemen right in the face of these Fallschirmjäger. Both sides taking huge damage and going to force these riflemen away. Just 2 in that squad now. Russians replacing the U.S. forces in this center. And now taking the southern victory point now, so they can afford to lose this center should they get forced back by these Volksgrenadiers and Fallschirmjägers. And going to take the northern sector as well. So now U.S. forces owning all 3 victory points. And riflemen moving forward, forcing away all these Volksgrenadiers here. Fallschirmjägers firing at these guard squads, but the riflemen flanking from right behind there, shooting them right in the back, and going to follow them, try and take out this Fallschirmjäger squad, but I doubt they're going to be able to do that. Now down to 1. Perhaps they will be able to. And no, looks like they're going to get away just in time. 3 victory points for the Allies. 1 point left to 188. Simply the closest game there ever was. Has to be. It would just be the closest game ever if both sides got to about 2 points here. And that would be the closest game ever. Standard territory point taken by the riflemen now. And additional riflemen taking another territory point, forcing the Germans all the way back to their base. And looks like they don't have too much. Let's check out what the Germans have here. OKW has 3 Volksgrenadiers. It looks like, or 5 Volksgrenadiers rather, and the Jaeger light infantry, or red OKW player. Just 2 Fallschirmjägers. That's all he has, is just 2 Fallschirmjägers on the field. Nothing else. Another Schwerer Panzer headquarters is coming up. Not sure why he invested the money into another Schwerer Panzer headquarters when he only has 2 Fallschirmjägers out on the field. Riflemen moving forward in these Volksgrenadiers here. 3-star with a flamethrower. Going to force away these in a quick hurry or destroy them completely if he doesn't pay attention to that. And going to lose that Volksgrenadier squad. Can't really afford to be losing anything at this point. Ostwind now moving out on the field. Going to force away these riflemen. Don't want any beef from the Ostwind. And looks like they stole that MG-34, picked it up off the ground. I believe it was this one here. And 2 guard rifle defending the center victory point. A demolition charge has been placed at the center victory point just in case any forces force them away. And it'll be able to blow them up. Southern victory point being taken by 3 Volksgrenadiers here. The Ostwind actually taking a lot of damage from 3 different guard squads from 3 different sides here. Well, 2 different sides rather. Now the OKW trying to force away the U.S. forces and the Russians, but I just don't think it's going to happen. They just don't have enough here. 2 Fallschirmjägers is the only thing that red OKW player has left. And the sniper, 104 kills on that sniper. ML20, 84 kills. The barrage is ready. Could use that at any time. both Grenadiers now going to take the southern victory point. So now the U.S. forces and Russians really need to watch, just in case they lose another one, they would lose the game. So now the pressure is back on the Allies here, should they lose another victory point. Both Grenadiers moving forward here, but there's just too much, so much firepower here from the Russians and the U.S. forces here, including the ambulance here, just reinforcing and healing all these troops. And I just doubt the OKW has what it takes to force these allies out of here. And the sniper just really just standing right out in the open. He just says screw it at this point. He's invincible. 107 kills for that sniper. And it looks like the ML-20 is firing. Let's see where it's actually hitting. It looks like it took out these two regiments at some point in the game, so they are destroyed. Are no longer available for the OKW. GG from Walther there.
Squad, get ready.
And C saying if I play with ally, I had won. And that's an unfortunate thing to say. However, the red OKW player at this point isn't really pulling his weight towards the end of the game. Just these Fallschirmjägers and just a Panzer II out on the field. Really just not going to cut it in terms of pushing the Allies back and taking one of these victory points. Especially these 3 guard squads alone could pretty much take out this Panzer II, as it's so lightly armored. And trying to use an anti-tank rifle grenade by the looks of it, but it was a little bit too far away. Couldn't really get it. An Su-85 now moving up, and the Su-85 is going to take care of the Panzer. So really, the OKW really doesn't have any answer for the Allies right now, and the purple, or pink OKW player rather, only has 2 Jaeger-Light infantry and a Volt Grenadier moving out, and they're trying to take the southern victory point back, but just not going to be enough to really force these OKW. Or not going to be enough to force the score down for the Allies here. 3 riflemen battling out with these Jaeger-Light infantry and both Grenadiers, and I don't think they have what it takes to even defeat these 3 riflemen here. 3-star and 2-star riflemen, so just a little bit too much there. Sherman EZ-8 now moving across the field, and I think this is going to be about GG, as they really don't have anything to even contest this Sherman EZ-8 alone, let alone all these troops in the center here. Just don't think it's going to happen. Down to 52 points to 1 point. And the Schwerer Panzer headquarters actually getting taken out by this Sherman EZ-8. Too much frontal armor on that Sherman EZ-8, not doing enough damage to it. And the flak emplacement also hitting it from the side. So 2 flak basically hitting that Sherman EZ-8 there. So a lot of damage. And down to about 3/4 health. And a precision bombing strike destroys that Schwerer Panzer headquarters. So even less defense for the OKW now. So no hope. Panzer II going to battle it out with this Sherman EZ-8 here, but not enough firepower to destroy it. And the OKW are forced to surrender, as they just don't have anything left to deal with the Allies. And I really attribute the win to just really good gameplay, first of all. And let's check out this Hero Sniper. Hero Sniper with 111 kills. Unbelievable amount of kills on that sniper. And this ML-20, also the hero of the game. 85 kills on that ML-20. So just alone on this sniper and ML-20 pretty much won the game. But really good gameplay from both of the Allies, the Russians and the U.S. forces here in this game. I really hope you guys enjoyed this game. One of the closest and one of the best games I've ever casted. And I will see you guys next time.